Hello everybody, it's ImmortalRebellion here, and welcome to this week's episode of Free to Play Fridays. Today we're looking at a game called Neverwinter. It's a very new game. It's been out for about 2 weeks, or it's been in open beta for 2 weeks, so it's not officially released yet. And it's a multiplayer MMO, multiplayer MMO, really. Well, anyway, it's an RPG MMO set in the world of Dungeons and Dragons, and obviously, as I said, it's free to play, so I will have a link in the description and you can go and start playing it right now. And we are joined here today by my character Revolution and his trusty companion, the cleric Starfire. Say hey guys! Whoa, that sounds weird. And of course she doesn't freaking wave, bastard. Anyway, so I will, just like last time, I will be playing for about 20 minutes to half an hour and tell you what I think about the game. I will go over. Oh, that's the place I'm going to go. I think probably. Yeah. So I'm going to tell you what I think about like the graphics and the gameplay and classes and such. And overall, I can say right now I think it's worth your time to download it. Usually, some free-to-play games that are really big, for example, I don't know, Age of Conan is the last one. It's like 18 gigs. I haven't tried the free-to-play version, but what I saw from the paid version is not really worth your time. At least not with my connection. But this game is only like 3 gigs, so it definitely is worth your time to try it out. Yeah. Oh, this is what I have to do. I was like, before I had forgotten the quest lines, I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do now? There's no new quests here, and there is. I just was retarded. So I'm gonna get this little crate over here. So yeah, I've been playing this game for today for exactly a week. I'm level 19 out of 60. There's 60 levels. Whoa, my inventory is full. That's not good. So yeah, this is like, they have little chests hidden everywhere, and there's like different types. There's the regular chest, which everyone can have. And every class has its specific chest. For example, that was a rogue chest that only my class can open, or only other classes can open them, but they need a special one-time usable kit for doing so. As for the classes, I'm playing a rogue or a trickster rogue. I guess they can straight up copy WoW's names. So Trickster Rogue, which is your average rogue, you got like stealth and stabby attacks, and I don't know if you have poison, but I think let's sell some crap. I won't be needing those. Should have done this before I started, but what can you do? I'm not gonna identify this crap. And but identify, if you don't know what it is, that basically is you get these green items and they're unidentified items. So you can see this is a weapon that I have to identify, and I have to use one of these one-time use scrolls. I have like 8 of them. I'm so bad at math. And I have to use one, and then it's random what I get. For example, if I identify this, oh, I got this mighty sword of evader dagger even. Daggers even, yeah. And these you can have to either farm a lot to buy with in-game currency. Astral diamonds, I got 6,000 of them. I have no idea what they cost, but I've heard that it's a lot. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's not. I've heard very two-sided things about the economy in this game so far. Some things my friends say, and some things people on the internet say that contradict each other. So yeah, and you basically have to, the idea is to give you a lot of drops that you will have to spend real life money to get, pretty much. But you can, so far I have had no problem gearing up and never using any real money. I wouldn't be too afraid of spending money in the game, since I really enjoy it, but it feels kind of weird paying for drops to be able to use them, but yeah. So about the classes, yeah. I'm playing a Trickster Rogue. Usually I play either something ranged like a Hunter type class, or I play a Warrior. So I figured I've always wanted a high level type of Thief Rogue character. And also they totally stole this trail thing from Fable. But it makes it a lot easier because you don't have to go to WoW head every time you're doing a quest, or have an add-on or something. So yeah, I'm playing a rogue, and they have, I think, so far 5 classes. They have rogue, which is obviously a rogue. They have like great sword guardian or some crap like that. Basically, your average like arms fury warrior. I'm gonna like compare is the word I'm looking for. Compare this game a lot to World of Warcraft because it's the single-handedly MMO that I play in, like, I think I have like 8 months of played on my main character there when I stopped playing, so yeah. I'm gonna compare it a lot to that because it's the biggest MMO out there, at least one of the biggest, and it's the one that I play the most, so yeah. And then we have like Guardian something, which basically is your tank class. Kinda weird that they didn't just make a warrior class that can be both tank and DPS, but whatever. I haven't played any of those. The only class I played so far is this, so I only know how the other classes work from what I've seen on YouTube and the description of the class so far. But my friend plays a great weapon wielder, or whatever his name is, and he's pretty good, I think. He says that it's kind of fun to play the class, but it's not like super good DPS, at least not when I played together with him. But he was a bit higher level than me and such, but yeah. Then we have Control Mage, which is your average magician. Yeah. And we have something, I think they're called Cleric something, yeah. Basically this class, my companion. I'll go over that later. And that's your average healer, and then we have of course Rogue, as I've said like 10 times by now. And I think that's actually it. They have, yeah, that's it. And I will add another class, at least one other class later, which I have no idea what it's going to be, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a hunter type class. I just realized that I'm fighting hunters as I said it, so it's probably going to be a hunter, that's my guess. And for the races, you have your, average races. You have human, dwarf, half orc, half elf, and straight up elves, and halflings, which is basically a non-funny version of gnomes, pretty much, if you played WoW. And they have another race called Drow, which basically is dark elves, or elf but like dark and supposedly evil. But you're not evil because you're a renegade Drow and you have to pay like $200 to be able to play one. Yeah. DLC people pay $200 for another class. Yeah. I mean, I guess it makes sense because it's placed in the Dungeons and Dragons universe. And if you go by the books, the Drows, they live on the ground in like caverns and shit. I'm just gonna explain this easily. I've read freaking 16 books about that, so not 16, I think. Legend of Drizzt has like 13 books. I'm on the last one, by the way, yeah. And it's kind of cool to see those things in a game that I've been reading for like the last year or something. And as I said, the Drows, or Dark Elves, I'm gonna say that because people will be confused probably. They, as I said, live underground, and you're playing a Renegade Drow if you're paying $200 for the Guardian of the North DLC, which gives you that class and I like cat companion. Basically, you can play as Drizzt from the books if you pay $200. And yeah, they're like pretty much unprecedented on the surface. I guess it makes sense that they're really uncommon, but I think $200 is still ridiculous for a like DLC type thing in a game like this. Especially since it's labeled free to play. Like free to play. Oh, and this little fee here now, $200. Don't mind that. It's free to play. Well, but actually, if you can live without that race and like a cat companion and a rideable spider, I think was in there too. Kinda cool. But if you can live without that, it's completely fine to playing it free. You can get everything for free in the game with in-game currency and grinding that you could get with a big sack of cash, basically. Of real cash, that is. So yeah, I've gone over the classes and the races, yeah. And so yeah, the gameplay, it's kinda hack and slash meets like regular WoW style. I didn't like Guild Wars actually, except you can't run and hit at the same time, which at first that annoyed me a lot. But it's actually kind of fluid. It looked a bit like stuttering when you had to stay still to be able to attack at first when I saw it, but as I keep playing, it feels really smooth actually. As I've said, I've only played this class, but I really like it. It feels really good. It feels fluid and stuff. And you got this a roll. How cool is that? I love rolls. I have actually tried to learn doing that IRL, and I've almost mastered it to a point where I can do it without it hurting myself. Yeah, I'm a pro at parkour. I'm really trying to learn that. It's really cool and it's really challenging for me. That made me sound like I'm retarded. I'm challenged! Oh no! But I'm not retarded. I have to clarify that I'm not retarded. It's suspicious, I know, but I'm not retarded. Yeah, parkour. How do we end up with me being retarded from parkour? Yeah, it's challenging. It really is. If you like to look at these videos on YouTube where they do like really high level pro parkour IRL. I had to say IRL because it sounded like a video game when I was like high level, but it looks kind of easy, but it's not. So it's so cool that my class has a role as I'm actually trying to learn that IRL too. So it's really cool. I really like the rogue class. I have played rogue a bit in WoW. I never got to like super end game. I reached I think level 74, but never 75. No, 85. Excuse me. Last time I played then. So I never experienced end game, but I played for quite a while. Obviously, 84 out of 85 levels is quite a bit. But I kind of like this more than the rogue in WoW. It feels like you're actually more agile and more roguish with this control set than something like WoW or what's it other game? Yeah, with like you press a button and something happens rather than you. Well, I guess you press the button and something happens here too, but it's kind of different. It's different, people. Listen to me. Yeah, so yeah, then the class is cool, and next topic I was gonna talk about. Yeah, the questing. I think the questing is both a very strong point in the game and a very sort of meh type point, because so far the questing has been a lot of run back and forth with little to no, well, not little to none, but with a lot more running back and forth than gameplay. Because you go to this like quest hub and take like 3 quests maybe, and then you go and do them and you kill. They have your average like MMO quests, by the way, you know. Get this guy's box of candy and kill like 25 orcs and that kind of stuff. So you won't be like super surprised over the content in the quests. But you basically go and get a couple of quests and you go and do them and you go back. That's how it works. But a lot of the quests is just go get this and go back, and you do that like 3 or 4 times in a row. And that's kind of boring. But it's been getting a bit better with that lately, as I've said. Soon level 20. Hopefully I can get level 20 in this episode and show you the mount, because I even afford a mount. Yeah, I think I can. I think they're only like 2 gold, or maybe they're 5. I don't know. But yeah, the quests though, the religion kit. I said it as I read it. But the quests though, they're kind of cool. Like the story, I haven't read too much of the story in the quest because I've been playing with a friend. It's kind of hard to focus on like playing with your friend and reading at the same time. I have for the last 2 levels or so read up on the quest logs and such, and it's kind of cool. It's not your average, oh, this person for some reason that's very unknown is in this place and you just have to randomly help them out. It's actually a bit more thought through than that. Oh. It doesn't look suspicious at all. And now I have to fight it. See? Fighting chests. Completely realistic. Yeah, it's a fantasy game, people. Don't be surprised. Quest logs, yeah, that's fucking dodge. Stupid. Oh, I cannot do this. Yeah, the quests this quest last I did was killed. I'm not. Yeah, probably shouldn't spoil it, but yeah, to kill this guy, and they had a really like good explanation to why you should kill him, and they actually like really built up from you first getting to know the person to you seeing what the person did wrong, to you see the effect of what the person did, and to you actually fighting the person. So they kind of have a good story, I think. So yeah, the story, it's kind of cool, but as I said, I kind of expected that from a Dungeons and Dragons game, because I don't know, feel like they would focus on a good story, and I think they have so far. Alright, so quests. Yeah. So on the graphics, I think they look really cool, especially for being like a 3.5 gig downloadable free-to-play game. They look really good actually. And they don't have a lot of like settings. See this? I have everything on max except this, because I don't know why, but it basically murders my frame rate, so it looks really cool. And as I said, for such a small game, it makes it look even better when you think about it. What am I supposed to do even? Oh, it's the wrong quest. So yeah, and the graphics, I think they look cool, and they have not super unique art style, but they have like, doesn't look like they copied another game, it just looked like, you know, a typical MMO, I think. I want to compare the game to Guild Wars with the graphics, because they kind of look like them in the sense that they didn't go for like anything, like, I guess it's because I played so much World of Warcraft that anything that doesn't look like slightly cartoonish is like super realistic to me. I don't know how that works, but yeah, they look kind of similar to Guild Wars. I think Guild Wars, though, they have probably a little bit better graphics, but it feels like this game have instead of going like full out a lot of fantasy creatures, they have like more these like, alright, it's fantasy, but it still have some realism to it. It's like, it's not like flying dragonflies that have like mutated over like centuries everywhere. It's, you know, people. It's like humans and dwarves and shit. So that's kind of cool. I like this type of fantasy a lot better than like super mega like Dragon Force fantasy, yeah. Where they have like all kinds of things mixed together, and I really like the style of this game. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. We have, even though it's fantasy, kind of like Elder Scrolls have too, where they have, you know, fantasy and fantasy creatures, but I still keep them kind of realistic, so it's not super balls to the walls, imaginary everything. And I kind of like when it's not super fancy balls to the walls, imaginary everything. And that's a very annoying sentence to say when you're not English. Like, kill, discard, take all, take no prisoners, take all. I don't really know what I'm doing. Right, yeah, light the fire. Alright. Oh, it's like a lighthouse, is it? That's kind of cool. Oh, I'm supposed to look for something. Let's just kill these guys first. Yeah. So, the only thing I really can't tell too much about is like the end game or the PvP. Those two things I have not done yet. I don't know. The game have PvP. I have not had the time to try it out yet. But I think if they manage to pull the rest of the game off this good, I think the PvP might actually be kind of promising. I'm actually kind of looking forward to play it later, but yeah, I can't really say too much about that. But yeah, I can't say too much about the PvP or the end game, because I don't know if it's like Guild Wars where the end game is like not really that important. So yeah, Guild Wars, they didn't really have progressive end game, I guess you can say. It's not like a WoW where you get like new raids every time and stuff like that. I don't really know what's gonna be when I hit level 60 in this game, if it's gonna be like a big community, you have like lots of raids to do and lots of like arenas and shit to do. But I'm kinda looking forward to that, and if that's not the case and it's basically level up there and then don't do too much more, That would be kind of disappointing, but also like I've had really fun playing the game so far, so if it basically is no end game, I guess that will kind of like defeat the game, but I wouldn't care too much because like I've had a lot of fun playing to getting to level 60, so hopefully they get a good end game so that the game isn't, you know, dying and that they keep the players in the game. Because I really hope that this game do well because it's one of the better games. That's an MMO that I've played lately. Oh, let's level up actually. So here we have your like specking tree, I guess. Just gonna take this because that's what I'm getting. Now we have 2 ability points. Yeah, and you have like this, which is weird in an MMO because that's something you see like in a board game where you like roll your dice and you like get stats like this. You actually had to roll for this in the beginning of the game when you create your character, which is kind of cool. Let's just go with this and this. Might have 2, yeah, let's go for those 2 actually. Yes. Hopefully that's right. I'm not like super pro at this, so. Yay, acquire first mount. Let's do this and then I'm out of here. Giddy up, right? Let's giddy up them. Hopefully I can afford it. Otherwise I'm gonna be pretty pissed off on the game. Because then I've been like hyped for getting a mount for so long and then not having the money for it, which just suck. Oh, come on, I'm not going to fight you. I'm just gonna stealth and run away like a little bitch. Yeah, I'm kind of losing my voice now even. It's so long since I did YouTube. I say every time I do YouTube that I will do it regularly and like pro and shit, and I just never want. I really want to do it, but it's not going to happen, I think. But I'm really trying to, and I have like a plan for how I will do things, and I'm gonna make like a special update video later on even for what I'm gonna do. So, yeah, I look forward to that. Probably sometime within the next 6 to 8 months. That sounds like some stupid shit, but yeah, I'm gonna try and do it within a week or something if things goes my way. So, come on, just die already. I don't have the entire day standing here and killing you. I thought other people would kill you. Get out of here. You also have like slightly ranged attack as a rogue. You have this throwing knife that you can use at any time, which is kinda cool. I like it when games doesn't completely lock you out of one category because you choose another. For example, in Guild Wars, if you had a warrior, obviously a melee class, you could still like use a rifle, just not as good as a ranger. And the same thing goes here. Even though you play a rogue, you can still use some sort of range with this knife. Oh, actually, I like the one like, oh, I killed him. Guy. Also, you can combat stealth, so you can like be fighting the guys in combat, and they will like be, where is he? And you can just kill them, and then they are confused even after they're dead. So I might just jump cut where I'm actually at the mount vendor because my voice is just don't talk because you kill me pretty much. And we are at the mount vendor right now, so I'm gonna get my first mount in the game, and then I'm gonna not be able to afford it. Well, that sure is a nice way to end the video. Really? 5 golds? I have not even close to that amount of money. But I didn't sell anything important, did I? No. Or... no, I didn't. So good. Oh, I can actually use that. Well, that's kinda unfortunate. I was hoping to be able to show off the mount too, but doesn't look like that's going to happen, so I guess I can sadly and depressed be in this corner over here and tell you the verdict of the game. Verdict? Sound like a judge, like the verdict. Death and evil. So yeah. Schizophrenia aside, so the rating for this game is definitely gonna be 8 out of 10 pentagrams, and yeah, I'm gonna use pentagrams instead of stars because it's a lot cooler, and yeah, you gotta have your own rating systems, otherwise you're not a very good rating person. Oh, can I actually buy money here? No, I can't buy money, that sounds stupid. So yeah, definitely 8 out of 10 pentagrams, burning pentagrams even. I really recommend you to try this out. It's a really cool game, and it's free, you can't lose anything, and it's a really small download, so as long as you don't have worse internet than me, which you don't have worse internet than I have, so as long as you're not me, this is going to go really fast for you to download, and I really recommend it because it's a fun game. It's really addictive at some parts. Also, I should show like the little crafting system that they have, which basically works like you have these things. Leadership basically is like mercenaries that make you money. Leatherworking, nailsmithing, platesmithing, and tailoring is very self-explanatory. Like, you get this person and you can send him like missions, and then he's away in like 10 minutes to 6 hours, and he gets back to you, and you level up that way. So you don't have to actually stand and craft things like in WoW, for example, but you just click this thing and he goes away, and when he gets back, you gain 80 experience for leadership. So yeah, that's basically how it works. Unless you reach level 30 and 60, you get more, and when you get higher professions, you get more and more and more and more and more and more and more, and some more on that too. Now I think I've actually shown you most of the game except like the cash shops, which is kind of boring. I think they don't have too much fun things there. The only thing I've been looking at that I might consider buying is the mount. A really like cool like wolf mount that they have, but I think it costs like $40. And the thing is, they won't let you see the prices for Sen, which is the real money currency, unless you give them your credit card, and I don't want to give them my credit card to know what I'm going to have to pay for a thing that I'm gonna buy. That's just not how I roll. I roll like this. Oh, terrible pun. So yeah, as I said, go download this game now. 8 out of 10 burning pentagrams, really cool. Especially if you're into like Dungeons and Dragons or really like some books in that universe, and yeah. So with that, this commentary is over.